Happy Friday. We've made it to the weekend. It's a big weekend here in the Lowcountry and a lot of weather-dependent events taking place. I hope you had a great Thursday. We started the warm-up yesterday. Today is going to be the warmest day in this stretch as we see high temperatures going to near record values. Now, I've backed off a little bit on the high temperature forecast because I think the sea breeze might be able to get in here and stop us from getting to that record. There's a chance of that, and it's a little bit higher than it was yesterday because it looked like yesterday the wind direction was going to be more west. Today it looks going to be more like southwest thanks to a little wave that's going to form along this dry cold front that moves through overnight. And that may be just enough to allow the sea breeze to come inland during the peak heating, which would stop us from getting to the record. I'm not saying it will. It's going to be very close, but the odds of us getting to the record or at least breaking it are lower today than what we were looking at yesterday. It's going to be a nice morning, though, in the 60s by 9 o'clock, upper 70s, near 80 by the lunch hour, and then we'll be in the mid-80s as we head toward 3 o'clock. Now, our drought monitor is something we're watching. This was released yesterday. Notice a good part of the Lowcountry now in severe to extreme drought. That comes into play here over the next couple of weeks as we're not seeing many rain chances. This weather pattern looks very, very dry, at least for the next 7 days. I don't see anything that is really jumping out at me that would be a drought buster, so to speak. Now, with this dry cold front moving through, wind gusts tomorrow, we talked about this yesterday, are going to be quite high. 30 to 35 mile per hour gusts across a good part of the Lowcountry. And that'll be mainly centered on the morning, but they're going to remain gusty into the afternoon. Look at the relative humidity, though, how that drops down into the teens and low 20s tomorrow afternoon. Those 2 points in the low 20s to mid 20s. You know how hard that is to do this time of year? That sets off some alarm bells. So the National Weather Service has issued a fire weather watch for tomorrow. That starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, goes to 8 o'clock in the evening. No burning. We're just going to go ahead and throw that out there right now. Tomorrow, don't do it. With the dry cold front moving through and those gusts up to 35, the fire danger is quite high. And we've noticed over the past week from state and military officials who conduct some of the controlled burns and even a few of the wildfires that we've had, because the soil is so dry, and then we've had these breezy days that we've dealt with over the past week or so, the fire behavior has been quite extreme. It's been kind of hard for them to handle, and these guys are trained at handling controlled burns. Remember, those controlled burns, the purpose of them is to stop issues with big-time wildfire. And when you're having a hard time controlling your controlled burns, that lets you know you've got some issues. And with a day coming like tomorrow, we really need to pay attention to this. So fire weather watch is in place. That's probably going to be upgraded to a warning later today. Let's look at that weekend forecast. Outside of the fire danger, it's going to be quite nice. It'll be cooler. Mid-60s. It's going to be chilly tomorrow, though, especially in the morning for the bridge run with those wind gusts in the 30s, maybe even up to 40 miles per hour on that bridge deck with temperatures in the 50s. That's going to be noticeable, and the wind could have some impacts there on the bridge run itself as well. Now, for Flourtown, might be a little difficult to hold some things down during the day tomorrow, but otherwise it's going to be a nice day with sunshine, passing clouds, mid-60s. Sunday looks stellar, 40s in the morning, upper 60s, near 70 in the afternoon, and then we start a warming trend again into next week. But the dry air remains in place and mild temperatures. We just keep this going. That means fire danger is still going to remain quite high, and pollen is just going to be absolutely brutal because of this. So I wish I had some better news for you. We need some rain. We really need some rain before we go into the heart of April and into May, because that's when we really run into problems with wildfire danger here across the South Carolina Lowcountry if we don't catch up. But I just don't see anything significant right now in the near future. But other than the fire danger this weekend, you know what? I think we can take this as a win for our big events, Flourtown Festival in Summerville, the Bridge Run. The wind's going to be an issue, and then Credit One, Charleston Open out on Daniel Island. Wind could be an issue during the day tomorrow, but Sunday looks absolutely fantastic. fantastic. So thanks for checking in with me. We'll keep you updated on that fire danger. I think that red flag warning will likely come out later today. If it doesn't come out today, it'll come out tonight or first thing in the morning. We'll keep you updated on how that behaves and what you need to know with it. But just remember, there's no reason to burn anything this weekend. It's not worth it. The wind is just not going to be your friend with this. All right. I'll see you around and we'll keep you updated. Have a good one.